From an Islamic point of view, similarities between the Quran and the Bible, especially historical stories such as that of Joseph, Moses, and Jesus, peace be upon all of them, stem from the fact that both scriptures came originally from the same source, the divine revelation. Because of differences in transmission and interpretation of the Bible, this is the point, right? Let me read that again. Because of differences in transmission and interpretation of the Bible, over time the stories changed. The Quranic narratives now appear slightly different. For example, unlike the Quran, chapter 20, verses 120 to 122, in the book of Genesis, Eve was tempted to eat from the tree and therefore she is to blame for the fall. Also, according to the Quran, Surah 19, prophets are infallible of sin, but in the Bible some prophets are guilty of shameful and even criminal acts. For example, David impregnated his neighbor's wife Bathsheba before conspiring to get her husband Uriah killed. Samuel 11, 1-27. Lot had sex with his two daughters. Genesis 19, 30-38. And Noah got drunk and naked. Genesis 9, 20-21. Some biblical stories are not in the Quran and vice versa. For example, the biblical story of Isaiah is not in the Quran, while the story of Moses and Al-Khadir, mentioned in Surah 18 of the Quran is not in the Bible. Also, there are 3 miracles of Jesus in the Quran that are not in the Bible. That's interesting. Let me read that again. Also, there are 3 miracles of Jesus, peace be upon him, in the Quran that are not in the Bible. Although both scriptures emphasize global ethics, such as dignity, kindness, and charity, each revolves around a different theology. Both have contrasting views on the perception of Allah, Jesus, salvation, crucifixion, and the original sin. That was interesting. I hope that was a good one for you. It was for me. Let's connect again very soon for the next one. Meanwhile, may peace be upon you all from Ajaz in Italy. It's bye for now.